From a full head of hair to completely bald, the hair dead and gone, never to return. Now, when you think of head hair, people are usually focused on achieving a thicker, more luscious head of hair, with many undergoing surgery and wearing prosthetic hair to achieve that fuller look, but not Alexander. He had spent 8 years regularly shaving his head as bald as he could possibly achieve, but it wasn't enough. And that's when he discovered the world of laser hair removal. He was excited. He searched high and low in his home country of Germany for a clinic that would do this procedure for him. After a lot of difficulty, he found one willing to give it a go. But after 3 sessions, it was a failure. A horrible experience in his own words. This is what Alexander was left with. Patches missed, and he assumes the laser simply wasn't powerful enough. It would be 6 years until Alexander tried again. A lot of criticism. His parents were against it. Him achieving this bold look even forced him out of the family home. But he wasn't deterred. 6 years later, some new technology arrived. The Candela Gentillaise Pro. A machine powerful enough for Alexander to achieve the look he desired. Excitedly, he booked his treatments. He found a place where this machine was held, and he was ready. And here he documented his entire progress.
And we can have them slough off because now they're damaged irreversibly.
From a full head of hair to completely bald. That's right, the hair dead and gone, never to return. Now guys, Alexander has actually done a fantastic job of documenting everything to do with this scalp hair removal. And I think in Alexander's case, this is, on his website here, it does say Gate 2 for hair fetish guys. So, maybe this is something of a specialist desire, but more and more, we are seeing guys who are getting, they're rocking the horseshoe, the shaved head, and they get fed up with shaving. And it really does seem that this laser hair removal is the only way to kind of counteract that, other than, I guess, growing it out like I currently have. So first of all, look, we've got the cost. Prices range for a laser session, roughly between 120 and 160 euros. Apparently in the USA, it's looking at about 200 to 300. Of course, it says if you book a package, you can get those individual sessions down to a cheaper price, and each treatment on the head takes about 10 minutes. So how many treatments? Well, apparently it may take approximately 8 to 12 treatments. This guy says after the 9th session, he only had some fuzzy hairs growing. He says book the first few sessions individually, and then if you want to do the rest of it, you can book it as a package, because he obviously had that first experience, which was a complete failure. So you don't want to get into that situation. Does it hurt? Now he likens it to the feeling of a rubber band being pulled back against the head and then snap, let go, bang, snapping on. I have a rubber band, and then pulled back and then snap on your head. That sounds painful. Who is this for? On the website, he's written that it works best for people with light skin and dark hair. Maybe I'm a bit of a prime candidate, because the way that this is achieved, this is kind of interesting, right? It says only dark hair can be treated because the laser targets the dark melanin in the hair. The laser pulse is nothing more than infrared radiation that heats dark structures. You know it from black tops in the sun. So when you wear a black t-shirt in the sun, it gets hot. The hair is abruptly heated, and then the heat is released from the hair to the adjacent blood vessels and nutrient cells, which are destroyed by the heat. The hair dies. In the best case, the hair dies and falls out within 2 to 3 weeks. The results are achieved with black hair on light skin. It's the dark that absorbs the heat. The light skin is not heated and remains intact. Wow. But listen, I'll link his website. I'll link all his links if this is something you are interested in. Is this something that Dana White got? Because check out this picture here of Dana White, right, when he first was shaving his head. And now if you look at him today, the future editing version of me, I was going to suggest that Dana White has had this done based on recent pictures. His head looks so clean, but actually he's just got less hair than he had before. You can see it here in this picture. So I wanted to include this because, listen, if this was something you were considering, that's also something to consider, that as you're going to get older, the hair's going to get less and less and less. And that horseshoe, if it bothers you, it's probably going to bother you less. I know Alexander is a bit of a special case. However, he has documented, this is the best documentation I've seen on somebody getting their hair on their head lasered off. So I wanted to share it with you. And for that, I thank you, Alexander, to be honest, for putting this much detail about your experience. You started off not so good, but you got there in the end, mate. The big question is not whether Dana White has had it done, but would you consider this procedure? Let me know down in the comment section below, and I of course will see you in the next video. Bye guys.